that's a good part. Start playing Flip the Book. So would you like to have a go at that?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
I love a game. I'm ready.
Your game. We love that. So we've got 1, 2, or 3 books. So you can pick 1, 2, or 3.
I'm going to go with 2.
2? All right. You've got the big book. So you got your Insight and Awareness book. So these are all written by me. Sorry.
Okay.
I know you can't see them. So we've got from 1 to 430, just to make it complicated.
Okay. So I'm going to pick one number between that. Okay. I am going to go with 37.
37. All right. And you have, so this is the paragraphs on the page. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 5, 6, 7. 7 paragraphs to pick from. 1 to 7.
4.
4. Just making sure I don't read out the wrong one for you, which I did to somebody once. That wasn't good. So your soul's consciousness. So that's the truth. I call your soul's consciousness the truth of who you are, your authenticity. So the essence of who you are. So your soul's consciousness communicates through feelings. Acknowledging your feelings is to acknowledge yourself as a soul. Your soul's consciousness understands life as a part of your soul journey. Actually, you can feel your system like you really like that. Acknowledge your feelings is to acknowledge yourself as a soul. Did you like that statement?
I do, and I think it fits perfectly. I think it is perfectly aligned with what we've been talking about.
And what you're trying to do, even with your academy.
Yeah.
You want everyone to feel that they can express themselves and be themselves.
Yeah. And to be seen.
Yeah.
One of the most important things that I think we can do, and this kind of goes back to the humanity question, is to just see another person, not with our expectation of what they need to be, but to see a person for who they are and where they're at in their story. I think that's one of the most powerful tools we can do, just as people, as teachers, and even as students, because I believe in lifelong learning too. And I think those are all really just powerful pieces and bringing the world together.
I agree. And it is the uniqueness within someone shines when we acknowledge them as, for me, it's a soul in a physical body. But, if you just acknowledge their uniqueness or their authenticity, it allows them permission to be themselves. And it also gives you permission to be yourself. And then all of a sudden you've got a deeper connection and a deeper conversation, potentially.
And everyone's standing a little bit taller.
Yeah.
There's like a confidence that comes from it. And it's been really interesting kind of seeing the institution before we left the competitive space and the institution after we left the competitive space. But and we lost several people. We had staff leave, we had students leave that really were competition driven, and we weren't going to change their mind. And that's okay. That's just a misalignment. That's them. And what it did do is it just generated so many people that subscribe to the culture that we have created. And when you have this really authentic community where everyone sees and accepts each other for who they are and where they're at on their journey, it just sets like this really beautiful boundary for how we're going to coexist in this space. And I think everybody grows because of it.
Yeah. And it becomes about what is in common. Like the dance is in common.
Yes.
So the performance.
The art. So then you can really focus on the beauty of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you've set up. It feels like it is an evolution.
It is, and there are still outliers. Like I feel like I made it sound like very Nirvana, but there are still those times when people want to push or challenge or that kind of break our code of conduct and you have to stay firm in that. Like, I do believe, like, when you're moving forward with a vision and you're creating something that you stand for, the boundaries are really important too.
Yeah, that sounds, human nature is not always pretty.
It's not.
I like that you whispered that.
It's so messy, and there's no like how-to guide for every situation you're going to encounter. Like, you kind of just have to take it as it comes.
Yeah. Well, you sound like you're doing a really good job. So keep it up.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a joy.